Don't let back pain and neck pain get you down. Find relief at Brown Chiropractic Center on St. Andrews Boulevard in Panama City. Dr. Sherry Brown helps people heal naturally with chiropractic adjustments and deep tissue massage. Call 769-3777. You want to look good? You want to feel good? Little John's Big and Tall is where it's at. Right across the street from Sky's Pizza Pie, 5700 North Davis Highway. You can find out more online at littlejohnsbigandtall.com. He's also a member of the iTex trading community, where your iTex dollars are welcome.
So we just try not to engage back and forth. That's all. Are those your questions?
Yes would be. I'd already been sitting down. Yes or no?
Okay. You can stand for your other 3 minutes, but we'll respond on our reports.
Extremely gracious, Mr. Mayor. So I'm going to make a spoken public record request, please. I would like to get any and all emails, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today, with one search word. And the search word is Bernie, spelled B-U-R-N-I-E or B-E-R-N-I-E. I look forward to the simple answers. Commissioner Warwick, no answer?
With that public records request, you will need to actually put that in writing. Thank you.
I do not have to put it in writing. No, it can be spoken. You learned something today.
Put it in writing. Thank you. Ms. Jerry Parker.
I will not.
Sir, we're done. You can go sit down.
You learned something.
Thank you. You'll go sit down. Thank you.
All right. Can you hear me now? I hope you stick with me. I don't want to do this show over, but I bet you can hear me now. Oh boy, that was a tricky one. I need a producer. That was tricky, but I think that you heard. I think you can hear me now. You can hear me now. Oh Lordy, did you hear? It looks like you did hear. You heard the commercial, which means you probably also heard me ask for the public record request. And then we're rolling. How many years does it take to become a professional? God, I got to tell you all that stuff again. All right. Let me tell you what happened. Gosh. So Jesse Nelson, the mayor, who told me to sit down because you've got to put it in writing. There was a teachable moment, and but I don't think he learned anything. I did get my public record request, however, and it is hilarious. And oh my God, I only asked for any and all emails for the past 4 days with the search term Bernie. That's it. Do you know how long the city claims it would take to get that answer and provide a digital copy? A digital copy. That is as narrow and one search term. One search term. They said it would take 4 hours. 4 hours for the IT specialist who makes $50-some an hour. But they did me a solid. You're not going to believe this. All right, so let me get to it. Oh my, this is crazy. I am always shocked at how either incompetent, corrupt, or whatever Lynn Haven is. After all these years of me telling you about the crazy stuff they do, it always blows my mind. So let's take a look at what I got back. And it was kind of crazy. So this was the email that I sent to the mayor, I showed you. And look at the date. I sent it Wednesday, April 30th. Remember that because Vicki Gaynor lied to every commissioner and the mayor in her response to me right before closing time today. Does it say that I sent the mayor an email on April 30th, 2025? What about Vicki? Same exact words. Yeah, look at that. Me to Vicky on what day? Wednesday, April 30th. So look, I made a public record request. I haven't heard anything. But I was wrong because they did reply to me and I didn't see it. They said it would take 4 hours. I'm glad I didn't see it because I went nuts. All right. So I sent her an email Wednesday, April 30. Look what she said to the entire commission. That is Vicky Gaynor to the mayor and every single commissioner at 4:06 p.m. today. I think Vicky was told to give me an apology. She did, but it was one of those non-apology, up your type apologies. Let me read this to you. So late this afternoon, 4:06 p.m., I get this email from Vicky Gaynor, city manager and city clerk. She's not the city clerk. They steal too much. She just does that job. She's the keeper of the records. She said, good afternoon, Mr. Thompson. On April 21st at the commission meeting, you did a verbal public record request. I have to tell you something. And forgive me for being a bit pedantic. But I just want you to know this, all right? I'm not teaching college English anymore, but I still sometimes, I just have to, just so you know, verbal can be in writing or spoken. Verbal is either way, but people think it means oral or spoken. That's why in court you'll hear so-and-so is going to give oral arguments. And that's why I say I'm making a spoken public record request, because verbal can mean spoken or written, just so you know. Pretty much you get to it. So she says you made a verbal public record request. I wanted you to know, she says, at 4:06 p.m. today, that the city began working on your request the next day. To be diligent in our efforts, Ms. Rushing sent you an email on April 22nd. She did, and I did not see it, asking you to confirm that you met all and any emails in reference to your name, spelled either way, with an E or a U, like it's supposed to be. This email was delivered to you, but not read. I am getting I feel like I got called to the principal's office. I'm sorry, Miss Gaynor, I didn't read it. No pay for a week. Damn, it's kind of harsh. I didn't see it. So, okay, and listen to this part. Anticipating, and be mindful, she says, that there would be a cost associated with this request, and knowing IT would have to run the request so that if there were emails, you would have any and all emails from anyone in the city. But we never heard back from you whether to move forward. IT did go ahead and run the request, as you stated in the meeting, and it only took 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours to run one search term? Either y'all need to get a better IT system in Lynn Haven, or you're lying, as Jesse Nelson told a city commissioner, Jamie Laurie. You're lying. Oh, my God. Only took 2 hours, huh, Vicky? Way to go. Way to keep the city efficient and diligent. His original projection, she says the IT guy's original projection time was 4 hours. Who's doing your IT? You guys running Commodore 64s in Lynn Haven? I mean, look, I admit I'm like a Luddite. All right. I'm not good at technology. Bernie, that means you're scared of it. I know, but I'm not good at it. But I know it doesn't take 4 hours. And if it takes your IT guy 4 hours, you need a new IT guy. What they really need is a new everything. But let's get back to this. So it only took 2 hours, Vicky says. We did attempt to get verification. Remember, she's writing this to me, but she has CC'd the entire commission. She's covering her ass because she knows 2 weeks is too long. The mayor didn't know what he's talking about. You got to put it in writing. No, I don't. No, we don't. And so she's basically telling the commissioners, look, Bernie just didn't, we did our job, but Bernie didn't answer. She's half right about that. I missed it. So whether or not there are any emails in reference to requests, but again, it's like the fourth time she's repeated this. If you were meaning any at all, this would include everyone's email in the city, not just the commissioners and mine. So she said we did ask the commissioners. The only one that publicly said so was Sam Peebles. Sam took care of it lickety split right on the spot. But this is the part where she's lying to the entire commission. She's unbelievable. The queen of lies. You sent me an email on Saturday demanding that your request be fully fulfilled by the end of this week. Is that what I did? The FBI loves her lies. They ate them up. The Judge Mark Walker, federal Judge Mark Walker, he loved her lies. They've made songs about it. Love the Way You Lie. Look up the song Love the Way You Lie. And Lie to Me. There's all kinds of songs that wrote about this. She says, you sent me an email. She's telling all the commissioners this because somebody told Vicky to apologize to me. We did attempt, I'm sorry, you sent me an email on Saturday demanding. Bernie just demands. Well, let's take a look at the email I sent her. Top right, what's it say? Was it Saturday? No, it wasn't Saturday the other day. It wasn't Saturday the week before. Vicky, it was a week ago. If today's Cinco de Mayo and we subtract at least Cinco, it wasn't Saturday. And how demanding am I? Let's read this together. City Manager Gaynor, I made a spoken public record request during the public comments at the City Commission meeting on April 21st. It was very simple and narrow in scope, meaning there should be no cost and it should take just a few minutes. I said, I haven't received any response from the city. I was wrong. I did receive a response. I didn't see it. I own that. Okay. The response said it was 4 hours and it was going to be $100 and some. I'm glad I didn't see it. Here's the demand on Saturday. God, this is crazy to me. Here's my demand. Ready? This was April 30th. I made the public record request April 21st. 9 days later, I didn't think I got a reply. And I said, will you please ensure that my spoken request for public records is complied with by the end of this week? Thank you, Bernie. Will you please? And I sent it in the morning. Look, the city would have had Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And they did have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I responded here. They had it on video. They were all there. They knew what I was requesting. So this whole, the city replied, but you didn't see it. Okay. But why did Vicky lie to the whole commission? Is that not crazy? Look, it's the second paragraph, or almost a second. It's about 2 demanding. I didn't do that. That your request be fulfilled by the end of this week. By the end of this week? Oh my God. Oh, I just see what she just did. Oh my God. She's telling the commissioners that I sent her a demand email the day before yesterday. Oh my God. She's saying I sent it 2 days ago, demanding that it be fulfilled by the end of this week. She must be in trouble. Vicky must be in trouble over this, because I showed how they're breaking the law and how she sent a criminal, fraudulent invoice to the former mayor. I can't believe she said that, because look, again, I sent it to her on Wednesday, April 30th. And I asked it for the end of the week last Friday. She's trying to act like she got it done right away. Wow. Now, the 4 commissioners, they don't know. They just believe her. But now they should know because you could read the email. Jesse Nelson knows for sure because I sent him the identical email. That's wild. She's trying to act like she got it done immediately, but it gets better. Watch this. Oh my gosh. So back to the end of Vicky's email. As of today, 4 o'clock this afternoon, you received an email from the public records request email stating that there were no emails or communications. Again, the email was delivered, but not read. That's like the 6th time she said that. She must be in trouble. You can see from the email attachments. The city was trying to do its due diligence and get your fulfill. Here comes the apology. Now, understand that this is not this is like I apologize to him, but no, this isn't up yours. So I was talking to somebody one time, and this person was angry with a workmate, a colleague at work. And this person said, this lady was, I am so mad at so-and-so. And by the way, it's not Sarah Moon. Who else are you talking to? It's a long time ago. Damn, I can't even get the story out. So this person says, I'm so mad at so-and-so. And I'm going to go back to work and I'm going to say, I'm sorry if you thought that I wasn't doing my job. But I said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because that's not an apology. I'm sorry if you thought. I'm sorry if you don't understand. That's an up yours. It's not an apology. An apology is, I'm sorry for what I did. Let's see what kind of apology Vicky gave me. I apologize if it seemed that your request was delayed because it's illegal to delay a request. I've been reading this today even. I apologize if it seemed your request was delayed, but it was surely not. Have a very blessed day, says Vicky Gaynor. Wow. Gosh, that's crazy. You want to see I'm going to show you the actual response. This is the official response from the city. This is so amazing to me. I'll show you how they break down how long, how this could have taken so long. And I'll do it right after this.
Hand caught in the cookie jar? Sometimes bad habits continue even into adulthood. I'm El Saline, 850-215-0628. Let me help you.
The most important part of our city is our people. It's our residents. They make the city. We are there to represent them.
Vote for Judy Tinder for Lynn Haven City Commissioner, seat 4, on or before April 22nd. All right, let me show the city actually wrote back. Oh, I got to show you what Mayor Nelson said as well. Okay, let's take a look at Mayor Nelson first. All right, here it is. This is what he sent me Friday night. This was Friday night. He's sitting around about almost 10 p.m. on Friday. Remember, I sent the email on Wednesday. So 2 days later, almost 2.5 days later, I sent it Wednesday morning. Friday late at night, 10 o'clock. The mayor is sitting around somewhere, and he says, hello, Bernie. Upon making your verbal request, my spoken request, the mayor said, I responded and stated that you should make a written request. Here's the link. Thanks, Mayor Nelson. Best wishes. We are greater together, he says. I think they got in trouble. I do. And did you see the trick he played, the doctor of leadership? The fraud of frauds? If Jesse Nelson is the doctor of leadership, I'm the gangster of love. You know that, right? Look what he does. I responded and stated that you should make a written request. You should. Here's the link. That's how helpful he is. Is that what he did? Did the mayor say, hey, Bernie, you should make a written request. Let's refresh our memory.
So we just try not to engage back and forth. That's all. Are those your questions?
Yes would be. I'd already been sitting down. Yes or no?
Okay. You can stand for your other 3 minutes, but we'll respond in our reports.
Extremely gracious, Mr. Mayor. So I'm going to make a spoken public record request, please. I would like to get any and all emails, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today, with one search word. And the search word is Bernie, spelled B-U-R-N-I-E or B-E-R-N-I-E. I look forward to the simple answers. Commissioner Warwick, no answer?
With that public records request, you will need to actually put that in writing. Thank you.
No, I do not have to put it in writing. No, it can be spoken. You learned something today.
Put it in writing. Thank you. Ms. Jerry Parker.
I will not
Sir,
put it in writing.
Sir, we're done. You can go sit down.
You learned something
Thank
today.
you. You'll go sit down. Thank you.
He said, I just said you should. And here's the link. That's what he said Friday night. So, education is very important. This was a teachable moment for Jesse Nelson. Now, narcissists will not, first of all, they hate being taught. They don't mind learning something because then they have yet another way to try to manipulate. They love learning, but they don't like to be taught. Am I right or wrong? Narcissists love to learn, but they do not like to be taught, especially in public. And Jesse said, you need to put that in writing. Go sit your ass down. Well, I did. I sat my butt down just like he said to do. But they supplied the public record answer just like I said they would. So now Jesse knows, and now everybody knows. I can't believe how many people ask me, hey, Bernie, did they ever get back with you on that? People are curious about it because you have the right to do this. You do. And that's what I said to the last person I spoke with. I said, the reason I take this really seriously is because, this is what I do. I got to, that's what, back in 2000, 25 years ago, a quarter of a century ago, I got a bachelor's degree in political science from Cal State Fullerton. Big deal. I never let school get in the way of my education about government. So I kept reading, how come when I do this, it goes that way? I kept reading, I kept learning, and this is what I do. But not everybody has the time to do all this stuff. And so it was really important for me to show you that you can just make a spoken public record request according to Florida statute. And they've got to comply. And if you make a big enough deal about it, I guess they've got to apologize and be helpful. But no, that's not what you said, Jesse. It's not what you said. But now you know. So let's take a look at the actual request. The full, oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh my gosh, look at this. Public records request. Vicky, City Manager Vicky Gaynor, she is the custodian of the keeper of the records. She is the city clerk. Even though there's not a city clerk, she fulfills that role. She's the city manager. The buck stops with her. She's the ultimate person responsible. Her ass is on the line if she's not giving public record requests. But she continues to think that she can lie. Now, they didn't send me an invoice, I don't think. But look at this. This came today at 3:09 p.m. Cinco de Mayo. You see that? I made the request April 21st. I had our IT. This is, I guess, from another employee there. Okay. Vicky claims that another employee had the IT guy do this. She said, I had our IT specialist, this person says, run the search of one search of my name over 4 days only. And in all emails. And it took 2 hours of his time to manage that process. Who believes that it took 2 hours to search any and all City of Lynn Haven emails for one search term, for one word? Do you believe that? Can you believe they put this in writing? It's amazing. So Bernie's not that big a deal. It's a very big deal. Vicky Gaynor, because I'm going to just say her name, because that got approved by her at least, if not sent by her. Either her, what would I say? Her employees or city, yeah, she's the city manager. They're either that incompetent or she's lying. What do you think it is? Think it takes 2 hours? The IT guy, evidently, hey, IT guy, I don't know who you are, but forgive me. I'm not going to say your name. I don't know who you are, but the city manager is making you look like a dunce. The city manager says the city manager said that you said it would take 4 hours of yours to half a work day to do that. Nobody believes it. Everybody knows she's lying about you. But there are a lot of people who know she's lying. A lot of people know she's lying. And then she lied again in her email apology to me today at 4:09 p.m., 4:06 p.m. She told every commissioner that I emailed her 2 days ago, and I demanded that my public record request be fulfilled by the end of this week. It's not what happened. I emailed her April 30th and asked her, please, I gave 3 days, please, will you ensure that my public record request, I showed you the email, I don't want to keep doing that, is completed by 3 days ago, by Friday. She lied to all of them. I bet there's a meeting tomorrow. Let me look. That's got to be what it is. That's got to be what it is. Oh my God. Is there a city commission meeting tomorrow? They waited the entire 2 weeks to fulfill the public record request so that none of the commissioners would say, hey, did you fulfill that public record request? Is there a meeting tomorrow? Somebody tell me. Somebody let me know. I'll bet you there is, and I'll bet you that's why this got done at the end of today. All right. I'm looking. I'm not going to go on until I know. Hello. Hey, Pastor, how are you? I remember. That's so cool that you're still around. Watching the show. That's really makes me happy. All right. Well, somebody check if there's a city commission meeting. I'll bet you there's a city commission meeting in the morning. And that is why she fulfilled this. And I'll bet you somebody told her to make an apology, even though it was a terrible apology. And you know what? Actually, I don't accept it because there was not really an apology given. You just set up yours, and I accept that. If there was a real apology and restitution made, just put your foot right in that one. Put your foot right in that one. By the way, just so you know, I am, since I said the word, I am in favor, if you didn't know this, I hope this doesn't upset you too much, of reparations. I do believe in reparations. I do believe that in the history of America, Black people have been hurt to the point that they deserve reparations. I do believe that. I believe that Democrats have hurt them so bad that Democrats should pay reparations to Black Americans. I absolutely believe that, just so you know. And I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm an independent. I don't fit well in any box. But just so you know, that's my position on reparations. But if Vicky had made a real apology with restitution and said, then I would have accepted it. All right. Hell, everybody said to hell with Bernie's question. Bernie, I'm eating. I got my hands full. I'm taking it. Is there a meeting tomorrow morning or not? All right, I'm gonna, if you'll just hang tight. There's one more point I want to make about her email. Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is Vicky's email. So, that's not what, this is what I wanted to show you. Now think about this. This is really big because there's an action item now for us. Look what it says. This is so crazy. This is it only took 2 hours. That means this public record request cost $63. However, in an effort to be expeditious and put this matter to rest, we have decided to waive the fees in this instance. Please find your records below. Put this matter to rest. Put this matter to a public record request is a situation. We got to put this matter to rest. And in an effort to do just that, we are not going to charge you that $63 for all that time it took. Well, I'm grateful, I guess. But not really. You wouldn't have charged me that money to tell me there were no records. You already got in enough trouble. There were already enough eyeballs on this, weren't there? And here's the second thing, and the more important thing. If you're going to waive $63 from me, you need to waive $63 for everybody. So that should be the first order of business tomorrow. Is every charge you make for public records, just subtract $63 for everybody else. Treat everybody the same. All right. Remember Mayor Nelson gave us a 14th Amendment lesson when he said the reason the city couldn't discipline. I'm sorry, Jesse makes me laugh. You got to admit he's the funniest guy in the whole world. He's the funniest dude in the whole world. He last year when the police chief had a hit and run after leaving a bar and ruined somebody's car. Remember all that? He said, we can't punish him because of the 14th Amendment. The founding fathers said, and he's talking about got to treat everybody equally. So they know about the 14th Amendment, equal treatment, due process. So just take $63 off of everybody's public record request. But here's the third thing, and this is important to you. Please remember this. Write this down. Think about this. If my very simple public record request, digital copies, not printed, digital, of any and all emails over the last 4 days with one search word, if that's an extensive request, what's a simple one? You see, by state statute, they are only authorized. I felt like I was going on this a bit too much, but I mean, you can see it in the 2025 Sunshine Manual is out. They can only charge extensive, fees like this for extensive requests that are so voluminous, requests that are so broad. But mine was very narrow in scope. It couldn't have been much easier than that. So if that requires payment, then what is not extensive? There's a real problem in Lynn Haven. All right. I think I'm going to wrap it up. But you know what would be a great public record request, a great action item? A great public record request to the city of Lynn Haven would be for the years 2024 and 2025. I would like to see every single public record request made, just the document, the email. Just send me a digital copy of every email in 2024 and 2025. Because here's what you're going to find. It's big. If you're an intrepid citizen journalist or a curious citizen, or an illegal alien that really gives a damn. Any of the above, okay? Before they get you, this is what you could do. You could send a public record request and ask for digital copies of any and all public record requests made to the city in the years 2024 and 2025. And the response and the invoice. Because what you will find is that some people can make very extensive public record requests and get it for free, while others, who Mayor Nelson and City Manager Vicky Gaynor don't like, they get charged. And their very narrow, simple public record requests are called extensive and voluminous, and they make illegal charges. Those are illegal charges. That's $63 illegal. And they know damn well I would have challenged that in court. They know it. They know it. That's why they didn't do it. But what you'll find, and it would be we really need to do this, is they give a boatload of public records to their friends to try to hurt people for free. But they charge you when it should not be any charge at all. That's what you're going to find out. This place is so corrupt. And hey, commissioners, let's see if anyone ever answered me. All right, May 13th is the next meeting. Okay, Raymond, thank you. Without you, I never would have known anything about that. Raymond's like the only guy. It's like, Bernie, I got you back. Everybody else said, hey, I couldn't even hear you for the first part of the show, Bernie. You find it yourself. Okay. All right, I'm seeing what else you said here. What? I see Baxter v. Ford. I'm going to look that up. All right. I appreciate it. Another lawsuit? There's a bunch of lawsuits against the sheriff's office, against Sheriff Ford. I'll have to take a look into that. All right. I want to thank those of you who support my efforts, who throw a tip in the tip jar, and are patrons. You don't know what a big deal that is. Oh, man. Without crowdfunding, I couldn't do it. So thank you if you are a patron at patreon.com/Bernie Thompson. As little as $5 a month. It's easy. It's anonymous, and you can quit at any time. And, of course, thank you to the Unknown Patriot. And with that, I will talk to you very soon.